This episode brought to you by Rick's Waffle and Breakfast House, where you eat breakfast in the parking lot because the toast is so big it can't even fit through the door.
Hey everybody, we are watching Uncle Buck and you are listening to Miscast Commentary.
You're listening to Miscast Commentary, where two guys have seen way too many movies and have way too much time on their hands.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Now here's your hosts, Joe Finley and Todd Murray.
Hey everybody, welcome to Miscast Commentary. I'm Joe Finley.
I'm Todd Tebow, the Sailor Murray.
And we have got to get this one going right away
Yes,
because
we do.
we are on a fucking deadline. There's only one way to
Pressing
do that is
play.
to press play. I pressed it, but it didn't work. Hold on, my fucking mouse is going bananas.
Oh, God.
Oh no, this show's never gonna work.
Oh, Jesus.
We're fired. We're all fucking fired, man. This game over, man. Okay.
Game over, man.
Press play now.
Now.
Phew. All right, guys.
Okay, we're there. Here's
We're
the
into
stars,
it.
baby.
We're in a John Hughes world again, my friend.
Damn right.
John Hughes, obviously known for his writing of the vacation movies, his writing and directing of the Brat Pack movies, your 16 Candles and your Breakfast Clubs, but he Planes, Trains, and Automobiles he did. He wrote The Great Outdoors. He wrote Some Kind of Wonderful, She's Having a Baby, Home Alone, Beethoven, Miracle on 34th Street, Baby's Day Out, 101 Dalmatians, Made in Manhattan, if he could fucking
He
believe
wrote
it.
101 Dalmatians?
Apparently so.
Oh.
Flubber, Drillbit Taylor.
Flubber.
But a lot of the times you're going to see, hey,
Wow.
you're going to say, hey, he didn't write that fucking movie, right? But he absolutely did. He wrote it under the name Edmond Dantes.
Oh, he had like a pseudonym.
Yeah, so he
I wonder,
was...
because in the beginning here it said Hughes Entertainment. I wonder if they're still doing stuff.
I doubt it.
Short bus. He rides a short bus.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me
Here they come.
incredibly. So yeah, we're looking at this
Is that fake snow, or did Halloween just end here? And
No,
that's the
it's real snow. They were actually going to shoot this movie in St. Louis, and it was going to be the first like non-Chicago John Hughes movie. But I guess they had an unseasonably warm winter,
Right.
and they needed this to take place in winter, so they moved it to Chicago. I don't know if you had this. My memory of that girl was that was Juliette Lewis.
her.
Yeah, no, the older
Oh,
one.
the older sister, right?
And it's not.
She's in something else. That girl right there, the young girl.
She's in stuff. She is. Her name's. Well, both of them are in stuff. The older sister here is Jean Louisa Kelly. This was actually her first movie, but she was in Mr. Holland's Opus. She's actually had a small role in Ant-Man. She's in the upcoming Top Gun Maverick, and she was in the sitcom Yes Dear. If anybody knows that
her
one,
right there.
yes, she was like the
She's
one
such
of
a
the stars of
bitch
that.
in this movie.
Yes, but what? And I don't know if maybe that's why I think the Christmas Vacation got me thinking about the Juliette Lewis of it all, and I like place her Christmas Vacation character over top of her.
Right. They just like overlap. Look at the jacket.
I know.
Look at that young, handsome Oh my God, you monster! It's like my sister.
Yeah,
I can't handle this.
Young Macaulay Culkin in a Cosby sweater tells you everything you need to know about the late 80s and early 90s.
You're not supposed to kick us around.
Yeah. But yeah, Macaulay Culkin, he was in Jacob's Ladder before this movie. He had a couple other ones prior to doing this movie. Then he got, and obviously this, and then he gets Home Alone after that. My Girl, The Nutcracker, Getting Even with Dad, The Page Master, Richie Rich. Then big gap in time because you know how it goes with poor kid actors. And then he gets Party Monster, Saved. He does a bunch of episodes of Robot Chicken. He's in Changeland. He's currently the host of the Bunny Ears podcast.
Oh, he is?
He's apparently like a pretty cool dude now.
He seems like it. And I have said it before, and I will say it again. When Mila Kunis gets done with that awful Ashton Kutcher, she will go back to him.
She should.
She will, totally. You mark my words, Miscast Universe.
All right. Although she seems pretty happy and they have kids together. But
No, she's miserable. He's an awful fucking human being.
well, he's trying
Oh
to...
my God, they got to wash the dog. He's like, this is my apartment. Fuck off. He lives like a Muppet.
Yeah, absolutely.
Their family seems super lame.
So the dad actually, the role almost went to Rick Moranis at one point,
Oh,
and almost went to Steve Martin at one point.
no way.
Yeah, they both turned it down.
I would guess it's a pretty small part.
Yeah, exactly. And then, yeah, you were talking about the youngest daughter there. That's Gabby Hoffman. She was in Field of Dreams prior to this. She's in Sleepless in Seattle.
There you go.
The Man Without a Face, Now and Then. And more recently, she was in Girls and Transparent.
Oh,
So, yeah, she's still going as well.
Gabby Hoffman.
Yeah.
Yes.
So all of them are actually doing stuff still. Actually, I would argue that they're doing more than anybody else in these movies.
Especially John Candy.
I was going to say, John Candy hasn't done nothing since 94. It's weird.
I miss you, John Candy.
I know, so much.
Oh. How many John Candy movies have you watched so far?
Just, what's it called?
My
It's
movie.
Canadian Bacon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my starring role.
Yeah, the one he was a supporting actor.
Look at her. She just hates everything, eh?
Oh yeah. Those poor parents. Like that's one of those those are the parents who like go home and cry themselves.
Mom
to
was
sleep.
just noticing the pure hatred emanating from her daughter.
Yeah, that's
There
pretty
he is,
gross.
that beautiful man.
Yeah. So this is Amy Madigan with John Candy. Amy Madigan actually played Gabby Hoffman's mom in Field of Dreams.
Oh, no way.
So that's an interesting little tidbit.
That's a wig. That waitress got a wig on.
Yeah. And she was also in The Dark Half, Pollock, Carnival, Grey Lady, and she's up in the upcoming season of Penny Dreadful.
Oh.
Yeah. And then John Candy, I mean, we talked about him the last time, but like how much, I didn't want to go over his resume again because we did his resume last time. But this, as of this March, he died 26 years ago. Can you
He
fucking believe
did?
that? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's so crazy, eh?
That is crazy.
And he co-owned the Toronto Argonauts with Wayne Gretzky, which is a very Canadian sentence to say.
It certainly is.
And
It's
then-
about as Canadian as it gets, eh?
He repeatedly turned down SNL offers, apparently. They kept
Really?
offering him SNL jobs, and he kept turning it down to stay at SCTV and
That's awesome.
all that. He was
That is
loyal, he was
awesome.
loyal to those guys.
Fucking right.
And another little interesting thing, he turned down Rick Moranis' roles in Ghostbusters and Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Really?
Yeah. He turned down Ghostbusters. I don't remember the reason why he turned down Ghostbusters, but when he turned down Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, he said, I shouldn't do it, Rick Moranis should do it.
Yeah.
And he was 100% right.
Yeah,
He
I
was
can't
not the
see
right
him in
guy for
either
that
one
role.
of those movies.
I could see him doing Ghostbusters.
Right.
But Rick Moranis did such a
He
good
was
job
amazing.
in
That's
it
why I
that
can't
it's
picture
like,
it.
Yeah.
He's so good.
But like it's like
That's
the
from Alaska. That's $12
Yeah.
a pound.
Yeah.
That's-
yeah. Like I feel like he would have been very much like he would have been very much like John Candy in it. John
That
like
girl, I have such respect for Rick Moranis.
Oh.
Such respect. That's a Canadian right there.
Yeah.
His wife passes. Oh, I thought she was wanking. She's an
I
angry
just heard
night
some
wank.
thumping and I didn't know what it was coming from.
It's coming from my raging heart.
Oh my God. So yeah, another interesting thing. John Goodman was considered for this role for Uncle Buck, and then he ends up getting the Flintstones. John Candy does this and was going to be in the Flintstones. He was going to be Fred Flintstone at one point,
Really?
and then he died, and then it didn't happen. But,
And then they gave it to.
gave it to
was
John.
he going to be Uncle or King Ralph? That was tailor made for John Goodman. Damn it.
yeah, for sure. Actually, you know what's interesting though is that's one of those ones again, kind of a bullet dodged because John Goodman. Say what you will about the Flintstones, John Goodman was the perfect Fred Flintstone.
Yeah, he was actually. Where's the new John Candies? Where's the new big funny guy? I feel now that we're in this like healthy blah blah, so we don't have the fat guy anymore.
I don't know. I mean, they exist, but I think they're doing. What's his face? I cannot remember his name for the life of me. But the guy from This Is Us, who's the bigger guy.
Oh, and now he's in like White Guy Loves Jamali or whatever it's called.
No,
He
no,
was
no, no,
in,
no, 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 no. That's not him at all.
What's the guy I'm thinking
No,
of? He
you're
was with
thinking
Melissa
of
McCarthy.
Yeah, you're thinking of him. That's not who it is. The guy from This Is Us is a different guy. He played Taserface in Guardians of the Galaxy too.
Poor
And he-
Taserface.
And yeah, he was a really funny one.
Taserface.
This woman is one of the most blank women I've ever seen.
She's good. I like her. She's
Yeah.
a perfect role.
Yeah.
That could totally be Rick Moranis. Look at him. Somebody
Could
eat
be
those
Rick Moranis.
bananas or make them into banana bread, man. They're
Could also
fucking
be
rotting.
could also be Harold Ramis. It could be a lot of people. It could be Albert Brooks. It could be like just throw a dude.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's a really big thing about movie. Look at she's afraid she's gonna get thrown.
I
over
know.
that
She's like,
stair
she will
rail.
not go over to her possessed daughter.
No.
It's a big ass house, man. I wonder what they do.
Nothing, because back then you could own, like, for $130,000, you could own a goddamn
You could have
mansion.
this house.
Well, I know there's people who own homes in Georgia right now who they spent the amount of money that it would cost me to get a 2-bedroom in this neighborhood.
Ooh, what a bitch.
Yeah,
What did she do to deserve that?
Fucking breathe.
Don't let your daughter fucking make you cry. Get in there and smack her right across the goddamn tit.
Yeah. So this movie did indeed lead to Macaulay Culkin getting Home Alone.
Right.
Why are we laughing? Oh,
I was
just
just
him.
he's
Okay.
like their dog's a ball licker.
I know. But it's but yeah, it was interesting because Chris Columbus really wanted to audition a lot of kids, and John Hughes kept saying, no, this is the kid. So finally he's like, all right, I'm going to fly to New York and meet this kid. He's like, but I need to at least be able to meet a couple of other kids. So he made it a small audition instead, and the second he met him, he's like, all right, cool.
Yeah, that's the guy. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah,
you had it.
You try not arguing. There you go. Try not arguing with John Hughes. He's been at this a while, and he's been putting the right people in the right roles for a really long time.
He's also passed along, has he?
Oh yeah, he passed quite some time ago.
That's the life, buddy.
Good old Buck. Oh, Buck.
I love this man so much.
It's kind of interesting.
Oh my god.
It's kind of interesting. I heard a story about John Candy going out drinking with some of the crew during one of the nights before shooting, and then he came in and he was in quite a way. And on the way in, John Hughes heard on the radio stories about John Candy getting plastered in some bar because the DJ was there, and so John Hughes sent him home or sent him back to his hotel. He's like, "You're not doing any of your scenes today."
That's hilarious.
He was like, "You're done."
He's like, "You're fucking wasted."
I know.
I'm surprised he wouldn't have like taken it out of his pay or whatever from the.
Yeah.
In this day and age.
Yeah, who knows? But the interest, yeah, it was just nuts to me. Especially because I don't even think of John Candy in that sense. I don't think of him as like the party guy. Or
Oh
the drinker
yeah, I
but,
heard stories about their SCTV.
Yeah,
you'd go into the party and there'd be like a mountain of cocaine sitting on the table, like a fucking.
It's the only way you were able to do sketch comedy, because that's what National Lampoon was doing, SNL.
That's what they say about SNL too, because it's like a crazy week. And you got to be up and it's all writing, and then Thursday you go over everything, and then. It's a lot of cocaine.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle choice at the very least. But a lot of people were rumored to have been considered for this role, and I completely just blew them off because so many of them sounded so stupid and just random. It was like it was people who just were doing movies around this time, and they were like, "Oh yeah, Tom Hanks was going to be Uncle Buck." Oh yeah,
right, just anybody's name that was around.
Yeah, they're like unknown Tim Allen was considered for Uncle Buck. Literally, that was one of the pieces of trivia.
Unknown Tim Allen,
and then Steve Martin and Chevy Chase, and like it was just all these different people, and I'm like, none of those people were fucking considered for Uncle Buck, unless it was in that really generic sense of, okay, who are we gonna get to play Buck, and then like people are just spurting out names. That woman,
she is just so unhappy.
She
has no idea how much Uncle Buck's gonna change their life for the better.
The only ending I can think of for her is that she worried herself to death after this movie finished. It's just like, and she dropped dead. Is that a fucking wrestling match on his wall?
It
looks like it's an Andre the Giant thing there. I think that's Andre the Giant standing in the top corner.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Forget about that's always like a funny comedy thing. He would be 100% dead right now.
Oh yeah, no, he'd be knocked out.
If a bowling ball hit him in the top of the head, and then I would assume he'd fall down and just flat out die.
He's probably had a couple concussions before. He's fine. Doesn't even notice the fourth, fifth one. It's like it never even happened.
Yeah, he dresses pretty well for a slob, though.
Yeah, well, he dresses like some Chicago bookie.
I know. They said the only person I bought that they said was considered for this role. Well, this is actually really funny. Yeah. See, like most John Candy roles, like I think why you like him is just because you like him. Like it's got nothing to do with what's been written for him or the character or anything like that. You're just like, he's the best.
It's I know, he's such a nice guy. He just seems like such a cool guy.
Because like even if you think about
it just makes me smile. Just looking at him makes me smile.
If you think about Barf and Spaceballs, he's not a really well written character,
No.
like from a dialogue standpoint or anything. Like, I'm a mom.
Just having
half
him
man,
there.
half- Like, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's just him existing just puts you in such a like a happy space.
I like the music in this movie.
So Tia, the oldest daughter, the first choice to actually play her was Winona Ryder.
Oh.
So John Hughes saw her in Beetlejuice, but she was working on Heathers
Right.
at the time, so that got undone.
Do you have an uncle like Uncle Buck? I think we all do. We all have
I'm
one
try-
family member that's like Uncle Buck.
fuck. I don't have anybody so slovenly or anything like that. I can't. I'm
I
trying.
don't
to
even
think
mean in the slob sense.
No.
I just mean in like he just doesn't give a shit.
My Uncle Rick would probably be the closest. Best story about him, every single wedding that he has attended family-wise since I've been born, he has, when people put the little disposable cameras on the tables at the weddings and stuff like that back in
Right.
the day, he would get one of those and take a picture of his ass. Every single time. And
Take a picture of his ass.
and I have one of those photos from my wedding that he took because
He keeps it consistent.
he keeps it very consistent, and he started bringing in other family members. So I have more than one ass sitting in my wedding family.
Multiple. Well, this one's 3 asses in one.
Yeah.
Like, we got the bonus ass
Yeah,
on this
exactly.
one.
Yeah, it looks like a pack of hot dogs all mushed together, or a pack of hot dog buns. So sorry.
Fucking right on. Oh, now they open the door like 5 hours later, right?
Yeah, you're at the wrong house, you goddamn asshole.
Now he's whispering. Now that he's close up into his face, now
Of
he's
course he
whispering,
is.
right?
Of course he is. What's really interesting too, all of the sets in this movie, I think minus just a couple of small ones, were all built in a high school gymnasium. This set is not a house, it is in a gym.
It
It's in a
is?
high school gym, the entire
Really?
house. So obviously not the exteriors, but the
Right.
all the
Ah,
interiors.
no shit.
Yeah. I don't know why that decision was made. It must have been a cost thing, but
That's hilarious.
God, even the talk about tobacco in this way, like it just would not fly in a movie now.
It's like 5-year plan of like slowly working down.
See, I'm working the other way. I started with the patch, and then I'm doing cigarellos, and
Oh, God.
couldn't imagine.
I am so glad that I stopped smoking cigarettes.
Yeah,
Every now and then I have one, but it's not like smoking.
yeah,
Know,
that's
smoking for real.
yeah,
Ah.
that's like saying I gave up murdering people, but every now and again I do choke a fucking runaway
Yeah.
to death.
I mean,
Because who
come
gives
on.
a shit about a runaway?
I know, come on. Are you,
Except their family.
we just passed, I know this is going to be 18 years from now,
Mm-hmm.
but like we just passed Halloween in our timeline.
Yes.
And man, that Netflix Haunted,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, you should watch it.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Holy fuck.
I'll
like,
give that a look. But
they're fucking good stories, man. Holy shit.
nice. I'll have to look into that. We were just thinking, just because we were talking about uncles and stuff, you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of not your uncle, but your uncle's brother. Like your
That's exactly who I was thinking of, Greg.
Oh, yeah.
Greg.
This guy, man,
That's exactly who I was thinking when I asked
Yeah.
that question. I was thinking of Greg.
yeah, he was,
What a
Just-
fucking shit disturber.
yeah. And I know what you say, your uncle's brother, that's your uncle. No, because it's the other side.
Other
Like
side,
his,
yeah.
the blood was his aunt.
Yeah.
So it's like that kind of deal. But we used to, he came up to visit, I remember one time, and it felt very much like this, like in the setup and the execution
Right.
of, oh, guess what? Greg's coming up to visit. We were at his aunt and uncle's cottage.
I loved going there.
And it was amazing. And yeah, so he comes up. He's Todd's uncle's younger brother, right? I think.
No, he's married in because he's married to my uncle's sister.
Oh, he's doing that thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So this guy comes in and proceeds to just get us in a boatload of trouble for the next week that he's
We
there.
broke into the camp.
We were bordering a summer camp. And what makes this story worse is that the girls' side of the summer camp was what bordered us.
Yeah.
And he's like, let's go in. And he's not in his late teens. He's
Yeah,
like a
it's like-
fucking 40-year-old man.
Yeah. He's like, let's break into the girls' camp panty raid.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, and literally we're looking because you could see through. We could literally just walk in at certain points into the camp, and he goes in and he's like behind a tree, and then like some people walk by and we're like, we're frozen. We have not taken. We have not.
We have not even moved.
Dipped our toe onto their
And then
grass.
he's like moving forward more like he's in the army.
Yeah.
He's moving into the
Like,
into the enemy encampment.
If he got caught a foot closer to than where he got, he would have been registered as a sex
oh
offender.
my God, yes.
And then like the next day,
Unbreakable.
Yeah.
Boom. Right.
Yeah, and then the next day we're going out. He's like, "Let's go take a boat out to that island in the middle of the lake. There's this cool little island, and we never knew what was on it, but we boated around it a bunch of times and all this stuff." And they're like, "Let's boat to the island." And we're like, "Okay, great idea." And we're on a rowboat, and we're rowing, and like there's only enough for two of us to be rowing, and so Todd. I can't remember if you rode there.
Backwards.
Well, no, I'm going up there first. So we go there, we explore and do whatever. And when we're coming back, Todd's not rowing, we're rowing, and he's facing away. He's facing like the other way from us. And all of a sudden, like I've never seen Todd scared in such a way.
Oh, I still think about it.
His face just freezes, and he goes, "You need to hurry. You need to hurry." And I turn around and I shit you not. It looks like, you remember the scene in Independence Day when like the clouds are rolling as the thing is coming?
As the spaceship is coming
and
through.
there's that like internal fire that you don't know what it is. Replace that fire with lightning. And that's exactly what it was. And we could not get there fast enough, if you could believe
It was
we
like
couldn't
out of
fucking
nowhere.
row. And we're just rowing as fast as we can, rowing as
And I'm
fast
like,
as we can.
go. And then my uncle and aunt came out in the boat.
Yes, they came out in the boat, and we got on the boat, and then we like scooped the boat, the other boat, a metal boat that we were sitting in the middle of a lake during a lightning storm.
Oh, they were so pissed at Greg too.
oh,
They were like, "What the fuck are you doing out there?" I was terrified.
The only good thing, well, I liked him, don't get me wrong, but the major good thing about him was just the simple fact that we could not get in trouble. It was all his fault.
Exactly.
And it was just like these were not our monkey shines.
Yeah, it was all him.
Oh lordy.
That storm was fucked.
Yeah, that was very, very crazy.
I just remembered when you said that storm.
Yeah.
I do have a Tales for the Sea.
Ooh.
Tales from the Sea.
This isn't something we usually do on these episodes, but do it anyways.
Yeah, okay, here we go. So we're on the boat this week, and all of a sudden I don't know what I'm doing. I'm fucking around somewhere. And the boat just turns to port. And I'm talking such a huge turn that it's like, oh shit, something is wrong.
And port is left, right?
Yes.
Correct.
And so, correct. And so the boat, I'm like, oh my God, something is wrong. So I run up to the bridge, and they're like, one of the engines has shit out. We are now locked into this super turn, this port turn. So we are going in circles.
Nice.
And as we're going in circles, a squall hits. I'm not joking you, just like that. Just
Oh,
like that
really,
day.
eh?
It was like 50 gale wind. It was like pouring rain. And the captain said that the reason we were going in circles was because of the wind. It worked out so perfectly.
Oh, my Lord.
So perfectly. She was like, oh, this wind has got us trapped in the thing. And then I went downstairs and some guy's like, these fucking people don't know what's going on. He's like, if the captain says it's the wind, it's the wind. And I was like, you got it, buddy.
That's true, though. And it's the same thing on a plane. If anything's going on in the plane.
And it was bad. Like, we were really turning. Really turning.
Wow.
And then eventually I had to run down into the engine room.
Yeah.
Because I was like, they might need help down there.
Yeah.
There's only 2 guys down there because there's like no fucking crew. And so I know onions in the eggs. Like,
is
ew,
gross.
that's what adults do. It's
like when people
the
put
fuck out
big
of here.
hunks of onions in their hamburgers or
Oh
something.
God, this just killed me. Anyway, so then this squall comes in, and like out of nowhere, just like it came. Oh Jesus, that's how the cat looks at you. Like Jesus Christ, you're dead. You're dead. She's plotting your demise.
Yeah.
And as soon as it was there, it was gone, and it was like the sunniest, most beautiful day. And then a second the squall was gone, we fixed the problem, and then it was like it was the squall that did it.
Oh my God.
It was crazy though.
That's
The turn
bananas.
we were in was like fucking. That's my
That's
tale
scary.
of the sea. Brutal.
So I just want to take a step back for a second and just like Macaulay Culkin's discovery that his uncle that he didn't know about is here. Like, what a garbage parenting thing to not in any way, shape,
Tell
or
your
form
children.
warn your kids that you're going to be.
This is a good scene.
Yeah. So this an interesting thing to keep the pace up. They actually John Candy, for these close-up shots of Macaulay Culkin, he put he put the lines on his forehead, like he taped the script to his forehead so that Macaulay Culkin could read it and just burn through the lines.
So he had it stuck right there, right?
So he could keep that pace going.
How many consecutive questions have you asked
38.
the real 38? I'm your dad's brother, all right.
Yeah.
Look at these guys. They look like the cast of what was that old Johnny Depp cop show, like Silver Spoons?
Oh,
or whatever the hell it was called.
21 Jump Street.
21 Jump Street.
Still one of my favorite things. Like, say what you will about Johnny Depp, but I love that he appeared in the movie.
Oh yeah,
He
that's
didn't have to
wicked.
appear
I
in
know
that
that was
goddamn
so
movie.
funny. That movie was awesome.
They were fun. They were both fun movies, but that one in particular. Oh, that fucking car, man.
Oh my God, is that Buddy from? No, it can't be. I thought that
Who
was
were you
Buddy
thinking
from Scrubs.
No, that was Chance
From
the Rapper.
Clueless. Chance the Rapper hasn't aged a day.
You're thinking Donald Faison.
I love this.
So that's just a fireworks sound. Oh God!
This
imagine,
is the States, right?
I was gonna say school shootings weren't really a thing back then. So wouldn't that be if they replayed that moment now in like a remake of this movie?
panic.
That would be like therapy for the whole time he was there. You wouldn't even see the kids because they'd all be in fucking therapy.
I love his hat too, eh?
Yeah. Everything, I love watching these movies. Everything he does is such a specific actor's choice, but then everybody else is a fashion choice. Like, they're like,
Right.
oh, this is what the kids are wearing and stuff. And it just puts such a goddamn timestamp on these movies.
Fucking Uncle Bucky.
Yeah.
Look at that hat. Who's dressing these damn kids?
Blossom.
John Hughes. Blossom, yeah.
Yeah. It's just the way it was.
Ooh, she's seething rage.
God, what a sweet dude. Again, we talked about it last time, but what would he be doing now?
He'd be in something.
Yeah,
I'll bet you he'd be in a Netflix show, some killer.
Yeah.
He was a good actor. He really could do the sympathy. He's a good actor. I could see him being in something with more weight to it.
Hello.
And I could see him winning like a Best Supporting Actor Oscar or something.
Really? Yeah. I just
See him in JFK?
yeah, I did, but I see him and I'm trying to think this much time going by and you just kind of have that legend card now. And it's I don't even know if he takes that's a Canadian Tire if I've ever seen one.
Yeah.
But I can't picture what the project would be. I see guys like Dave Thomas being in Grace Under Fire when that was out and stuff. And I was like, no, that's not him. And then I see Louis Anderson doing Baskets and I'm like, that's not him either. I'm I see Transparent. I'm like, that's not him.
Right.
I'm I just don't know what was
They
him.
would have had something. They would have made something right for him. Something you would never expect. And you'd be like, whoa, John Candy plays John Candy plays Ted Bundy.
I feel that'd be amazing. He plays King Kong Bundy. Then he plays Al Bundy.
Fucking right on.
He just works his way through the Bundys.
Oh, your lady's mad at you, bro.
Yeah.
This is like the phone call I get every day from every woman I've ever known.
This actually reminds me of a real...
Look at that phone cord. Look at this, kids. Look at that old phone.
It's got the exact same little... all the little tangle things. You know that's...
Yep.
And that was probably thought about, too, because that's one of those things where, a brand new phone cord doesn't have those. And that's the kind of thing where it's okay, this needs to be a phone cord that somebody's playing with.
That's a good eye right there, man. Yeah. Whoever did it did great.
Yeah.
Because that's true, because you'd always fuck with it. You'd always, put your finger through it or stretch it.
I'm literally doing it right now because I have a coiled cord for my headphones. And I'm always squishing them together.
Oh my God, there's a free Frisbee flyer.
Ooh, I do
This is when they gave, this guy. Mikhail Gorbachev. Look, he's just chilling with the dogs watching TV too. Look at that old couch.
Oh my God. Floral prints on couches, man.
Look at they love it. Look at the lamps and everything,
gross. I do try when I'm watching a movie that's older like this, because this movie's 30 years old, and I try to really regard all of the choices that are being made from a standpoint of the design and all that, and you're just kind of blown away.
John Candy's killing me.
Now here's a question: do you see him as a bad guy? Like not in this movie, but like in general.
I don't know. You don't like Jackie Chan ever played a bad guy, but that's what I'm saying. He'll be a bad guy in something. You'll be like, whoa, like I just did not see that coming. Like,
okay, we need to start keeping a lookout because there is somebody pretty special who goes to this
pickle?
school.
What the fuck is that? Look at this lunch. It's like
it's just you know what? I won't lie. I'm a good dad. Like I don't
what
say
bad dads say.
No, I don't say that to be even like a braggy kind of thing. I say that just to like in the context of when my kids are in school and I'm on a day off, I make them a good lunch and all this stuff. Today was just one of those days we were kind of in a rush and all this stuff. I'm like, each of you pick out a piece of Halloween candy. Now what do you want? And it was just like, okay, banana and Halloween candy. It was pizza day though, so we're only doing snacks. If I had to make lunch, I would have made lunch.
Oh man,
that would hurt a little bit.
Yes, it would a lot actually.
Yeah.
Fucking took him right out of the picture. Nice. Yeah. Nice.
But at the very least, I feel like there's an open mind involved to folding the picture back. She didn't cut him out.
Yes. He's like sucking her face right off.
He's
the boy who can fly. Yeah. I think.
Okay.
Isn't he?
I
should look that up.
He looks like if Diedrich Bader and Heath Ledger had a baby.
Oh my God, it is them. Oh fuck. Now he's giving her the look.
Oh, good God, yeah. I'm terrified as a father of a daughter. I'm terrified that this look is going to come one day.
Oh, it is.
And I'm just
you know it is.
Like, I'm fine with a little bit of fight and a little bit of attitude hormonally. I just don't want my daughter to just flat out hate me.
No, she will. Don't worry. That's what happens. It's what happens with it. There's no rhyme or reason to it. She will hate your She'll hate your wife more, though.
Yeah.
Because women hate women even more than they hate everybody else.
Yeah, I think I'm now starting to think that my son is like developing from being a psychopath to a genius, because he gave my wife what looked like a ring, and he goes, "I want you to wear this," and she's like, "Oh, okay, why?" And he's like, "I want to keep an eye on you." It is literally the eye. He's 4 years old, by the way. It's literally the playtime Minions characters, like the Meccano Connects, like Lego style thing, those little minifigures, their eyes come off, and then like you just with an elastic you just like put it so you could put like interchange the eyes with the different minions. And so he took that off and gave it to her as a ring, and he's like, "Wear this. I want to keep an eye on you." So there's literally an eye on her. He's
That's awesome, actually.
He's 4 years old and he's down with wordplay, and I'm just like, you little shit.
Plus, he knows women are the devil, and he's got to keep his eye on her.
Oh, God, yeah.
The best thing, too, is about that, I don't know what a woman is going through in this time period.
I do.
But the best thing
Abortions.
is that...
So sorry.
It's just a whole, like, you don't know what I'm going through, Mom. You'll never know. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, you know what? I've been trying to kind of do like a precursor with this with my kids. I like just having these kind of talks with them, and I'm like, you need to understand, there's nothing, like with the exception of maybe cyberbullying, there's nothing that you are going to go through as a kid that I don't have some basic understanding.
Exactly.
I was like, maybe it's been a while, but like you can run it past me. It's not going to be foreign.
Is she trying to sleep with him or something? That's just Johnny, right? Sleep in the bed with him.
Yeah, I think so.
She's cute, eh?
I bet you he'd give anything to sleep with Gabby Hoffman now. When you look up her IMDb page, it's like a picture of her at this age, and then a picture of her like as an adult wearing like this like jammy thing on like the red carpet. So I'm like, I think she's a crazy person, but I think everybody who was on Girls got affected.
Oh, yes.
I think the only one who kind of escaped is fucking Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren. Oh, yeah, he was in that.
He doesn't have a real name.
He's a weirdo one.
Yeah.
He's a weird one anyways. Looks like a weird guy. Fucking water all over the floor. These kids doing something.
See, but I was gonna say this was his training to be home alone. Don't worry, I was taking care of my Uncle Buck, so I know what it's like to be home alone.
Uncle Buck's got me busting my hump.
Yeah. So the movie made a good chunk of money. Cool thing now, Box Office Mojo is better at worldwide box office and stuff. I'm still sticking to the domestic for what we're talking about here. It cost about $15 million to make, which again is mostly paying John Candy. But it made $66.75 million, which is really good for a comedy of the day, especially around what was out. It opened up number 1. It was against Parenthood, The Abyss, Casualties of War, and When Harry Met Sally. That's what like topped out the top 5. And there were still other big ones that were down the list, like Lethal Weapon 2 was out and all these other things were going on. It stayed number 1 for week 2 and 3. Nothing really big came out. I didn't even recognize the names of the new movies. It stayed number 1 in week 4 when Kickboxer came out. That was the new movie in its 4th week. Then it moved down to number 2 when Sea of Love came out. And then Black Rain came out the following week, and it went down to number 3, and it just kind of like slowly but surely made its way down to 5, and then just out of the
Black
list.
Rain, eh?
Yeah. So
Michael Douglas in Japan.
But yeah, so like I said, it made 66.75 domestically. It only made 12 in the rest of the world. So like that's the kind of like cachet a movie like this is. I guess though that I think that's a problem though when it comes to movies like this, because you have to be able to relate to the culture of what's going on.
Right.
Like a superhero movie is so out there that anybody
can sell it anywhere, really.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, okay, it's a world where there's superheroes, so that I don't have to really relate to what's going on in the news. But like a thing like this, you have to understand what, like, some places wouldn't even understand the idea of a family who's not all living together already.
Right.
They're like, what are you talking about?
Wait, what did you say it made worldwide?
It was $12 million extra dollars.
Right.
So like,
yeah, because sometimes a movie will be saved. Like, what's it called? They said was saved in China, like Hobbs and Shaw, because they went crazy for it, kind of thing, right?
Those movies do huge business, and I think, and that is the one thing that Vin Diesel really has done right. I know he wasn't involved in Hobbs and Shaw, but like what he's done right as far as like when he did Triple X and the other movies and stuff like that, he gets a lot of international stars. Where are they? Like, did they just move to another house?
I don't know.
Because, like, why are they in another house?
She's at the dad's house.
Okay. I really, really don't remember this movie very well.
Yeah, she's over at the dad's house, so he's there with the kids.
Yeah, okay, that's right.
I've been leaving the toilets.
Yes.
How many times do you think a dog like that eats? She's like, how many do you think? 4 or 5? I don't know. I count for something.
God. I'm so grateful that there's nobody in my family that I'm this kind of like,
oh God, like here's that person, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I got loads of those in my family. That's what makes events fun.
Yeah. Oh, there's characters.
Here comes this one.
There's characters, and there's people who drive me nuts, but I love anyways, and there's people who I fundamentally disagree with everything about everything.
That's what family's there for, right? You're stuck with them. It's fun.
Yeah, it's like my one uncle is like, hey asshole, stop like putting fucking like anti-Muslim racist bullshit on your Facebook. So yeah, Christmas, love you.
Christmas, love you.
Like it's
anti-Muslim. That's what Facebook's for.
Yeah. For being anti-Muslim?
That's right.
I guess so. I'm still...
This is me.
Yeah.
This is my life.
Yeah.
Those 2 kids are my girlfriend. That's me on the... I shit you not. Teetering on the brink.
No word of a lie. Todd is dating 2 children, 1 girl, 1 boy.
I'm equal opportunity.
Yeah.
And they just take the bet up. This is totally me. It's unbelievable. Yeah. Sometimes they wake up in like a plank position where I'm like so squished.
I'm in a king size bed now. I'm almost having the opposite problem now. No, I'm legitimately having the opposite problem now. I'm on so many occasions. I like to have some, like, my wife doesn't take up all the space. She used to, but that doesn't happen anymore. Or it wasn't
sound good.
when we were in a queen. Like it's like we're there and we're together, and I can feel that she's there and all that. Now we're in a queen bed. That's one of those memory foams. I can't even fucking feel when she's moving.
Halfway through sex, you're like, whoa, we're having sex.
And again, we've spoken. We've spoken on other occasions about my wingspan, and it's not very long. And when I reach over to see if she's even there, I can't feel anything.
Is that a California king?
No, it's just a regular king.
Just a regular king, eh?
And then I reach over and I can't find it. Sorry, her. And then I look.
Oh my God, you're
Laurie Metcalf. But but then I look up and she's there. She's just all the way over, and I'm like, fuck. I miss you, and we're in bed together.
I know, it's funny too, because when I go on a boat and stuff, I miss her like bothering me.
Yeah,
it's a strange thing.
Yeah.
Oh, this is great.
You make your poor roommate do it.
Exactly. Poor Irish.
She looks like fucking Jackie Stallone.
She looks like if a Peggy Bundy and her went shopping together.
Oh,
and also on the weekends, she's a psychic tarot card reader.
Now let's talk about Laurie Metcalf. I love Laurie Metcalf.
I do too.
No end. a fact that I don't know how many people really know about this, but she was a founding member of the Steppenwolf Theater with Gary Sinise and John Malkovich in Chicago. She was in Pacific Heights, JFK, Internal Affairs, Leaving Las Vegas. She's the mom in Toy Story. She was in Scream 2, Bulworth, obviously Roseanne, Big Bang Theory, currently in The Conners. So it's like she spent more time not doing comedy than doing comedy, but like she's most known for doing her comedy. And she was hilarious.
Like, I'm gonna put my load in you if I have to force it in.
I know.
He's like,
oh my Lord. Was the camera supposed to be her asshole?
I don't know what it was supposed to be.
Once again, you need to see, maybe modern communication fixes this more because like, oh, we had to leave in the middle of the night and everything just kind of happened. But like you'd be able to send an email to everybody just so you know, if you pop by my house, I won't be there or this other guy who you never met will be there.
Well, she never told her children either.
Yeah, but again, that's bad parenting. They should have woke them up. Let's like fucking wake up for 1 second and go, yeah, by the way.
Swearing at it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She is so good. And like, I feel bad for her when I watch her in The Conners because I feel like she's trying to like stretch a muscle that like kind of atrophied a little bit.
Right.
Like, because Jackie is a crazier character. And now, like, she's like, I don't know, like, she's just acting specifically
crazier than
like,
ever.
I
honestly thought that she was on drugs or something while they were filming it. I was like, is she all strung out on drugs or something?
Weird.
Like,
but like when you see her in Big Bang Theory, she's right in the pocket playing that like evangelist, like, you know, Southern Baptist.
Isn't she?
Mom. She's Sheldon's mom.
Sheldon's mom.
Yeah. And then what's really crazy? And then in Young Sheldon, her daughter plays her.
Oh, her actual
daughter is playing her. So when you look and you see her and go, wow, they got somebody who really looked like Laurie Metcalf, it's because it's her fucking loins, baby.
No shit.
Yeah, I thought it was brilliant.
Because then weren't their mothers kind of the opposite? Like Leonard's mother should have been like Sheldon's mother, and Sheldon's mother should have been.
No, well, yes, in that basically, yeah, she was the nurturing, the giving one and all that, when he didn't need it, when Johnny Galecki's character definitely could have used it.
Right.
And Christine Baranski, who's again a fucking
awesome
powerhouse.
Awesome.
And
great casting.
And you know what? Like, if those characters were in every episode of Big Bang Theory, it would have made the show just like over the top amazing because they're so good. And she was very cold and withholding, and she was another doctor. And
right.
And so like Johnny Galecki was like the lesser of his house kind of thing, right? And always trying to like get approval, which he couldn't get.
He's like, come to the bowling alley. He's like, it's the one sport where you virtually cannot get pregnant.
That is a fantastic line. Again, I think this is the charm that this is the charm that John Hughes brings to his movies, because like the craziness in some of these characters and the chaos and that could actually
this guy's here. Yeah. This guy with the toothpick.
Is DeJesus? No.
Yeah, DeJesus should have been. Look at all the smoke. This is the fucking 80s people. Look, the whole thing's just a haze. Look, the kids are in there smoking.
Yeah, I know. I love going to the bowling alley. I really do. But like now my arms are all fucked up.
They're all fat and sweating and
or they look like that guy who's got the comb over. It's one or the other. If you are skinny, you have a comb over.
There he is. This guy's the fucking man.
Who does he remind me of?
He's got his finger in the beer bottle. This guy is the man.
He looks like a goddamn fucking zombie, man. I know this I swore a lot for that.
This girl is underage, dude. Yeah. Like, that's so hilarious.
Dudes in Chicago love to bang teenies. And he's got some herp going.
Oh, yeah. That's from doing this, probably.
Yeah. That's me. If I'm trying to do like that's always me by myself. I'm trying to do some little stupid trick with something, and then I end up like fucking it up, and I'm like, oh, thank God nobody was looking.
That's why they call me pal. Oh yeah, like ugh.
Yeah, you must be oh God. You know what? That shit works. And that thing is, that shit works on things. How many times did we go to the bar for like a wrestling show when we were in high school and see somebody we went to high school with like an old man?
Oh, yeah, totally.
It was
You got a brand new Bronco.
Yeah. Oh, this is back when owning a Ford Bronco was a point of pride and not
Now it's
evidence.
an all black Dodge Ram.
My son did that one day. It literally hit the pin and then rolled sideways to the gutter. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. And that was also 5-pin bowling, not 10-pin bowling.
He's like, oh fuck. Yeah, I went bowling too. My elbows are so fucked up that I was like, oh.
Yeah, I love going.
Oh fuck.
I think I'm probably better off doing 10-pin because I've been doing a lot of 5-pin because of the kids, and I really chuck those balls, right? Because you want to be awesome. Oh, skedaddle. Oh, and then it's like just a new dude. I was waiting for this dude to just sit down. It's like they're all lining up
his
to try and fuck
crotch,
the
right,
team.
as he walked over.
So this dude, literally, as we're doing this, he died days ago.
He did?
I cannot remember his name for the life of me, but he was in the Gilmore Girls and Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
This
and
movie is dedicated to this guy.
Yeah, there we go.
I picked the movie. I didn't know why, and it was in memory of this guy.
Yes.
Right here.
Yeah, just no word of a lie. He died, and I'm like, I recognize him from so many things, and then it said he was in Gilmore Girls and Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. I haven't seen Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, but I did recognize him from Gilmore Girls. And I was like, oh, okay, and I just said that must have been it. But then I see this, and I'm like, okay, I remember this.
He's like, buddy was right. Kids say the goddamnedest things.
They do. That's the HBO version of Kids Say the Darndest Things. It's going to be hosted by Bill Maher. He's going to have a prostitute out with him while
Bill Maher pisses me off.
Oh, he pisses me off.
He's too outspoken, buddy. Like, you don't know everything in the world.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
That's the problem, because there's no problem. There's no such thing as too outspoken, but when you don't know what the fuck you're talking about in the first
buddy,
place.
come on. But it's not even like, this is just my opinion. It's not. It's just like, this is the way the world is, and I'm going to tell you the way it should be. But I'm like, shut up.
Yeah. And the thing is, even when I agree with him, I'm annoyed.
Yes.
So I'm just like, okay, I'm like, there's something wrong. There's got to be something wrong with you if that's the case.
I'll give you the tip on the ayo.
Look at that little, the little devil stash, or the little devil beard underneath there. I used to have that for a little while. I thought that would be a cool thing.
Oh, like I don't know what you call that. The little.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't have a name. It's just that little bit of hair just under your lip, but doesn't create a beard.
Name. It's not a soul patch. It's like
No, it is a soul patch.
Oh, okay.
It's literally soul patch.
Oh,
now that you say it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, how did I forget that?
I knew there was a name for it.
Yes.
I just said it. Oh, my anus.
Sorry. Todd had to sit on my lap. We didn't have enough chairs today.
She knows your shit.
Yeah. It's funny because she looks exactly like she does now and also looks nothing like she does now. Like in that Yes Dear, that was a while ago when Yes Dear came out. But she, like, now that I look at her, I'm like, oh, of course that's her. But then at the same time, I'm like, I totally still think it's Juliette Lewis.
But I loved being on set with him. Imagine just sitting there doing that scene. It was oh my God, here we go.
This is amazing.
Aunt Jemima. Giant fucking pancake.
That's so cool.
I would love it if he was watching me, man. Holy, clean that shovel. How's he heating this thing?
I like to think, I think there's a stove underneath. So I think he just turned on all the elements.
Put a big metal thing in.
Yeah. I love the idea of
he
the
put
island
onions
stove.
in them. I love that too. He put onions. That's such an adult thing to do, right?
Macaulay Culkin, I want you to listen to this just for a minute. You are such a cute goddamn kid.
Fuck.
Like, don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed of like your. I know he's not, but like, God, like, be proud of like your kid life in these movies.
Oh my
Or,
God!
like,
Here comes the clown.
oh yeah, this clown, but one of my favorite character actors, and has a little bit of a
It's
miscast
Buddy.
commentary pedigree from. Oh, Jesus. From The Last Dragon, we have Mike Starr,
Nice.
who's also in Dumb and Dumber and, God, how many other things.
He's in everything. He was
Yeah.
in like Cabin Boy.
Yeah, and then...
He was the salesman that they thought he was in the mob in the office.
The Money Pit, Bodyguard, Mad Dog and Glory, Hudsucker Proxy, Ed Wood, Dumb and Dumber.
Doesn't even look like him.
He's in Snake Eyes, Jersey Girl. Yeah, no,
You can
doesn't
tell when he
look like him at
talks.
but... Clowns are fucking terrifying, man. Not even like in a like It sort of way. It's just like the concept of the clown weirds me out.
Yeah.
I don't
yeah.
really, I don't understand.
I can't believe that was like a thing back in the day, like a clown.
Like, I see it as, like, from an acting standpoint, I would see it as, like, some kind of, like, theater nouveau, kind of like, it's like the kabuki kind of, like, overacting theater kind of thing, right? But, like, this is, like, to do it where you do it at children is like, it's like, yeah, but I do balloons and I do magic things. Yeah.
Like Darth Vader come to your party and stuff.
Yes.
I never heard of that for, like, the longest time, having somebody, you know, like...
Yeah. And like, you know what it was? I started finding venues because we don't do our parties at our place because it's a tight space. And that's amazing. It's just a tight space, and I wanted the kids to have room to, like, run around and the adults to have a spot to do all that. And then I was just like, well, we have all this space, and I found a venue cheap enough and stuff. I'm like, oh, let's just do something. I had this, like, one of those, like, mad science things do a party for Abby, and they, like, did a bunch of, like, crazy things, like they, like, fill up a bubble with this gas and they put it up there and they put a lighter to it and it explode in fire.
Well, that'd be
like,
cool.
it was just,
for my party, that'd be cool.
It was pretty cool, actually. And then
you make it interesting for your kids.
Well,
I think you put
to.
too much work into their parties, and they're going to be expecting crazy parties all the time.
No, you know what? It's actually quite the opposite. Now that Abby's getting older, they're dying down for her, and she's like, I just want to do a thing with a few of my friends. They're doing an escape room this year.
Right.
And I was like,
well, that's still a thing, man. We used to just watch movies and eat chips and pizza.
Yeah, I know. We were a cheap date for our friggin' parents.
Totally,
but, like,
well, we had to be because they were pretty much poor.
Yeah. But they would take us to a movie birthday party, or we had the McDonald's parties or, like,
whatever.
Those kind of things. But
we usually just go to a movie or just sit in our house and eat those homemade pizzas.
Once we were old enough, it was the simplicity of just being there together. And, like, my daughter loves having, like, the sleepover birthday party with just a few friends, and, like, she did that one year.
Remember when we would get together at Sheldon's and watch WrestleMania and eat pizza and fucking fight.
Oh, so
the room would reek like fucking dude BO and, like, farts. And
I'm so glad that, like, that other people had the bigger houses, because I can't even imagine now, especially now as an adult, going into one of those rooms and smelling what those rooms must, like, there's just testosterone, like, oozing out like the fucking pink slime in Ghostbusters 2, just all over the place.
There's Buck. I can only, imagine, like, when Aaron's mom would, like, walk into the room or something. It'd be like, oh my God, like...
I picture, like, I equate it to, like, if you walked into a room and you could tell the two people in the room were just having sex. It's just like, oh, okay, I know what was going on in here, but it was just like
a bathhouse in here.
Like, I'll tell you, my neighbors, I know for a fact two boys who are both bigger than me are sharing a room. I'm like, that room must smell like a dumpster fire.
Oh, hell.
That room, that poor mom must be living a nightmare.
Can we get this? I'm gonna look on my
look
own
him
phone.
up.
I'm gonna look at The Boy Who Could Fly. I think that's him, man.
Internet Movie Database him.
No, I'm just gonna type in The Boy Who Could Fly.
Oh, okay. That's
there we
also
go.
fine. Uh-oh. His name.
This is a wicked part.
He doesn't seem like a bug. He seems like he'd be more of a pretentious. He also has kind of a Michael Ian Black thing going on.
Yes. Very much. Yes, very much so.
Oh my God, he's who I need him to be. He's just whoever. Actually,
it is him. Look.
Oh,
there he is.
Oh, fucking A. That's
the
crazy.
Boy Who Could Fly.
But in this one, he can't fly. Just to be clear.
Nick Castle, Jay Underwood. Is that his name? That's his name. There he is, right there. Fred Savage.
Oh, that sounds like a good
Bonnie Bedelia. Fred Gwynn. Oh my God.
Oh Lord.
Oh my God.
What's up?
There's one we have to do.
Oh, you know what? No word of a
God.
lie. Todd's showing me right now the cover for Little Monsters.
Oh my
the Howie
God.
Mandel. No word of a lie. I was thinking about suggesting that for today.
No shit.
No word. I have been thinking about that movie for a while now and trying to think when we might slide that one in, because that's a movie we watched a bunch as kids.
Totally.
And it's one of those.
He's crying. Like,
I'm very curious to understand, to, like, see if it's something that would hold up for us.
I'll be right back.
See, this is that thing too. This is that John Hughes charming crazy, because, like, the wrong like, imagine
the turnaround, eh?
Yeah, like, imagine fucking Bryan Cranston doing that line, like, as, like, Heisenberg. That's just a death threat. But then you imagine Bryan Cranston from Malcolm in the Middle doing it. It's a totally different story.
He's acting so good in the scene. He's like trying so bad not to break out crying because he's so scared of Uncle Buck.
I love that the car's still bouncing. Those shocks are so fucked that it's still just moving.
Ever since they broke, they've been bouncing. Look at him. He's like,
his shocks are a waterbed.
Oh, yeah, the kids are in the back.
And the antenna is like 7 feet long.
Oh, he's got a CB radio in there. Where the fuck are they hanging out, for God's sakes? This looks like where hobos go to die.
You know what it looks like to me? It looks like one of those historical locations, like an old fort.
Or like it's a park and it has like, you know, that little hut you can have picnics under and shit, like out in the... Nice toques, look homemade. I'm
really feeling the winter of this right now because today is the first day where I actually I went out and actually wore a hat, like hat material to keep my head warm because it was that cold this morning.
Fucking A. Ugh. Look at the smoke coming out of that fucking thing. Car's on fire.
I'll tell you a story. I found out I had a couple of lottery tickets, and I found out that the winning Encore lottery ticket, which is just a flat out $1 million prize, was sold in St. Catharines. So I had these things sitting in my pocket. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go check them. And then I wasn't thinking much about it. And then when I get there, like you do the usual, like, oh man, imagine if I won, crazy. And then when I got to the place, as I was walking forward, like every step towards it, I'm like, when I'm done this, I'm either going to be a millionaire or not a millionaire. And I just like kept going, and it was this kind of, and I had this pit in my stomach, and I scanned the ticket and it goes winner, and I'm like, and I look down and it says 1 free play, and I'm like, ugh. And then I get out the other one and it goes winner, and I'm like, and it goes $2, and I'm like, fuck you,
fucking
world.
$2. I still have a cash for life that I have not scratched.
Do it.
And I'm like, this is it.
Everybody's smoking in this room. And there's one kid masturbating while shitting.
Oh my God, look at it.
See, told you.
Yeah.
Goddamn kids.
Just throw it in the urinal. Throw it in the sink where you have to press on the bar at the bottom.
Oh, God.
Right at the bar, and it was like it'll trickle out.
That's our old elementary school thing. Is he going to take a power shit? Oh Lord!
Is anybody even cleaning this bathroom? Like,
I don't know.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's only steps above the one from No Holds Barred. I tell you, I've been stuck at a couple of those from time to time. You know what's nice about our schools though? They're nice enough to have those like they're not urinals. They're urinals, but they're the ones that start at the floor and work their way up kind of thing. So it's like anybody can use them. There's no height restriction.
So like you wouldn't assume because there's teachers there that there would be a bathroom that would be large enough for you.
Well, you're expecting like a teacher's lounge bathroom or something like that, I guess. I like when they have just a random kid like that. They're like, kid, you don't have any lines. This guy's just going to talk at you and you just kind of react. Just you think he's
I love that thing on her face, eh?
Yeah. God, if Mike Myers played this,
this Brit.
I was going to say if Mike Myers played, he would have overacted the fuck out of this. Buck Mellon. See, that's...
Buckwort wrestle.
Oh Lordy, I'm the worst for that.
They'll call me that.
How are you for skirting those things? For skirting,
I'm pretty good.
I am terrible. Like you can basically see me. You like it's not that I will say something, but you will see me constantly. Like, I'm just avoiding stuff, and you know me, and don't even worry about it.
No, I'm pretty good at it actually.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, the outer door.
She reminds me of the the military school people from like Bill and Ted.
She totally does actually. She reminds me of like the lady in like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah. Somebody actually tweeted something that I thought was genius. It was John Wick is the dark timeline from Bill and Ted when he actually went to military school. And like John Wick is what came of it.
I see a bad egg when I look at your niece. What is she, like 4?
Yeah. I was gonna say, I was like, if it was the older one, I could see that. That'd be the best if you found out the reason she's against those kids because she knows what happened to the other one, and she's like, I'm terrified of that kid.
Yeah, the older one.
Yeah.
Woo, kid's like.
Do you know how much I would not put up with that talk from somebody like that?
Oh, I wouldn't either.
Now, I will tell you, the principal of my son and daughter's school is a fucking saint. She is like the nicest human being on the planet and knew my son's name before he even started at the school.
Nice.
Like literally, he had enrolled in the school and we ran into her during the summer. And she was like, oh, hi, Reese. And I'm like, all right, you win. Oh my God, this guy's way too good looking for that haircut. Oh, did you see the girl to the left?
Is that an added scene? I don't
No.
remember that.
No, that was there, but I don't know if you noticed the little girl to the left of the girl who was talking. Well, screen left. She was kind of a. I hope I go back to it because there is a. Because it's kind of a big deal. Oh Jesus! I hope that wasn't the only time we see her. Oh, why would you have to pay the rat $0.25 for that? I feel like
Oh, he's not gonna do that for free.
Yeah,
Not
oh.
even a rat will gnaw that off for free.
rat's
Rats
like,
have
oh,
their
geez.
dignity.
give me a freaking slice of pizza or something. Oh, son of a bitch.
That's it. Yeah.
So anyway, so I'm just gonna put it out there then. The little girl who was sitting to the left was Anna Klumsky from My Girl.
No.
So yeah,
And they end up in the same movie, her and Macaulay.
yeah.
That was?
So-
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Oh, I'm so bummed
Anna
out that
Klumsky.
we didn't get another a quicker moment.
Was
with
that really her or just you can't
No,
tell?
it was legit her because she was A, it looked exactly like her, and B, I know she's in the cast.
Right.
So it's called Girl, and her role is Girl in Class. So I've got it pretty narrowed down.
Oh, just gonna go find Buck now.
Yeah. This is one of the only ones, like, if you think of every comedy that's been made in the last 20 years, the fat guy always has, like, the pretty girl in love with him.
Yes.
Has, like, this is the only one where she hates him.
Oh, she
And
loves him though.
You know, but it's like that kind of thing where it's like, it's kind of like, why am I with you?
Yeah.
Or why do we, like, give a shit about each other type thing? Whereas all the other ones are all, like, especially, what's his face? Why can't I think of his name? Kevin.
Nealon.
No.
That was Lyndon Johnson.
Yeah. The one that.
That's your boobs. Your boobs were Minnie and Mickey.
You know, I looked up.
Felix.
There you go. He was just talking about Mickey and Minnie there. I was looking up for my wife. She's doing a bunch of running now, and she's doing a lot of races. Oh my God. I can't even believe that's a real cat. Like, I feel like that should be like a fake cat.
Yes.
Like, I just feel like that he got clawed the shit out of her. He had to wear like some kind of like special armor to not get murdered.
You
by
let the cat out. We don't have a cat. Get out of here. Get out of here, son of a bitch. Fucking cats.
Yeah. So, but anyways, yeah. So I was looking up. My wife was looking up all these races, so I decided to look up because Walt Disney World has like marathons and stuff like that, where
Right.
you actually run through all the parks. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. They have a crazy thing where, because on one day is a 5K, the next day is a 10K, half marathon the day after that, and then a marathon after that. And they have one thing called the Goofy Challenge, where you run the half marathon and marathon in back-to-back
Right.
days. And then the Dopey Challenge, where you run all 4 races in consecutive days. Then you get like an additional medal on top of that. I'm like, holy shit.
Do you have to pay to get into the park for that?
No,
I guarantee you, fucking
no.
Disney.
No, you don't pay to get into the park, but you got to pay to register for the race.
Look at this bitch.
Yeah.
Just trying to ruin Buck. Nice guy, eh?
Yeah.
Nice fucking guy. And she's just trying to ruin him.
Who else does she? She reminds me a little bit of the girl who was in like.
Hope that made you feel good there, babe. Hope that made you feel good.
No, it didn't. You can
Nah,
see
yeah.
she's got regret. And there's no star 96 or whatever thing to redial. That's not a terrible idea.
It's not at all. He's got the dryer. See the hair dryers blowing at it?
I would have probably not put the hairdryer on. Did he microwave those?
Yeah, he always did. She said it at school. He said, because he can't get the goddamn washing machine to work. So he microwaves them.
It's better than nothing.
Fucking right.
Well, wouldn't you think you would just do the old school tub style? Oh, this is a big commercial for Shein.
Yeah, it is. There's product placement. There's Tide back there.
Yeah. Look at the size of that, even that egg beetle. Oh my God.
Oh
she's
my Lord.
She's a different kind of terrifying in every scene. Nice.
Oh, fuck.
Take her up on it. She looks great in this movie.
She does look great. She's got her like equestrian, she's got her horse riding pants on. She's going to ride the big boy.
Oh, God, yeah.
Fucking right. She's got her little whip under there somewhere.
Uh-huh.
Look at her.
Yeah. Oh, this girl likes to spank. I think that's what we're getting.
Oh, fuck. I forgot about this part.
Oh, I always hate when this happens. Like,
I know.
This is those scenes where it's like, because I would say whenever these scenes exist in movies, 99.99% of them are so easily explained if the person doesn't storm off. They're like, what's this? Oh, well, this is happening. Oh, okay, cool. Like, let's go on with our day. But it's always in the movies, they storm off, so you have to have the win the girl back thing at the
right?
end, like, because
She'll
everybody
just walk right in here.
because it's the boy meets girl, boy loses girl thing, and they're like, well, we have to do it.
Jackie's so great.
Oh, God. I don't know why I kind of want her to have a dong in those tight pants.
Oh, right.
You find out she's trans.
Was that Dirty Dancing?
I don't know. Oh, jeez. That's terrifying. That's like in Christmas Story when they went, ho, ho, ho.
Smack faces. That looks like the crest that was in Colin Mockery's door. His door was way nicer than that.
Colin Mockery? What the fuck are you talking about?
I went to his house one time.
Why did you go to Colin
I was
Mockery's
going
house?
door to door for Médecins Sans Frontières. I told you the story.
I
knocked on the door. Colin Mockery I was like, holy shit.
Oh,
He
wow.
told me all about, I was like, do you talk to the boys still from Who's Line? He said, oh, yeah, all the time. And he
Oh,
said
that's-
Ryan won't fly because he's a total pussy.
Oh,
So
really?
anytime he has to go anywhere, he has to drive like cross country and then drive back to go home.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. He was nice.
Oh.
He sponsored me for $50.
Oh, good for that.
$50 like a month or whatever.
Wow. Good for that. Yeah, I don't remember that story for some reason. I think it's like weird, like too many weird things happen that the good things just get washed away. It's like you tell that story and then like the next weekend you're like, oh yeah, pimp spit in my mouth.
Pimp spit.
And then that's kind of like, oh, that's everything now. That's the only story I know.
He's just dancing with someone. You didn't catch him banging.
Yeah, but maybe that's the only way. Maybe like every time he's like, let's have sex, he just dances because he's too innocent and nice. He's too PG to know what sex is.
Yeah, I know.
Aw, shut the buck up. Am I right?
Pass the buck.
Yeah. What?
What?
I wasn't out last night, you bitch. Wouldn't that be amazing if you feel like you have this idea of what their dynamic is, and now that they're back together, he starts like smacking her around and stuff like that. You're like, oh my God. Shanice. Not a great name. I don't know.
I like
why.
how he says Shanice, though.
Yeah. I think
Oh.
well, that'll teach that car. That almost cleaned it.
I know. I think she just made it better.
Yeah. I was.
Oh, she's got a Bronco for Bronco too.
Yeah. I was just thinking that like Shanice would be a better name for Laurie Metcalf's character. Imagine she stopped and she's like, I love you. She comes up barely from like half a kilometer away. You can
Now
hear
she's
that.
naked.
Well, if you're going to do that at that point, you're like, all right, well.
Can't be tried for the same crime.
Yeah.
Might as well bang her.
Yeah. That's 100% true.
Let's see. She's probably humping the dog.
I remember I didn't understand the double jeopardy thing. And I used to think that you literally couldn't be charged twice for the same type of crime. So like if I was like found not guilty of robbery, I could go rob somebody else and it would be legal.
Right.
That was just a young, naive person.
You just get busted once and then you can go on a crime spree for the rest of your life.
I didn't understand that it was if you were found not guilty of killing John Smith, you could not be retried for the killing of John Smith.
That's right.
So I think that should count if just anybody with the same name.
Ooh.
So if you get away with the first one,
Like in the Terminator, when he's killing all the Sarah Connors.
Yeah. So what you don't want to do is you really don't want to get like an out there name Like, you don't want to like find somebody named Meadow because you're not going to find another one.
Or like, don't kill Gwyneth Paltrow's kid.
Of any of them. He barely fits through that door, and that just made me sad.
I know, right? He's a big, beautiful man.
He is, but it's just like, I just like that hurt. It hurts me because like I know what's coming.
Yes.
5 years from now, he's dead.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like,
I wonder if they ever talked to him about it, or if they just, I'm sure his wife must have been like, John, you should lose some weight. Like, I want you to be here for the kids.
Yeah.
And
actually, I read a really nice story about his family. When he was dying, Steve Martin was in the middle of going through a divorce. And Steve Martin was a very close friend of his and all that. And like his family, while dealing with his death, was helping him like, get away from his wife and all that stuff.
Oh, now he's like, way to go.
Oh.
Just fucking backhander.
Imagine he just took her. I picture, I don't know why I like picturing him in the most like insane, like in the darkest shit. I picture him just taking her by both sides of the head, putting it against the wall and just squishing it. Just
like that head crushing scene in Game of Thrones.
Yes. Oh, you know about that?
Huh?
You know about that?
I just know it's gruesome. I don't know whose head gets crushed. I just remember people talking
because
about
I was
somebody's head
literally
gets
about to
crushed,
say
and it's
something
like-
and I stopped myself from saying it. We haven't seen that episode yet
Yeah.
as we record this.
I remember somebody
together.
talking about it or online. They were like, that was a brutal head crushing scene.
It is.
Oh, he's got the Domino. Is that a Domino's pizza? Oh, no, that's a Domino's game.
Yes.
He's eating combos, though. That's how you know he's hit his new low. Combos?
Or maybe he's playing the combos game and eating those dominoes. That dog is like, that is a quintessential 80s entertainment dog.
That's
a
like
little
the
bit
Bundy's.
shaggy.
Looks like the Bundy's dog. It looks like Benji a bit.
Yeah. It's a little bit shaggy, a little bit muddish. And it's like, that's just what you have. It's like now every dog's a goddamn designer dog. But so many of them are so fucking cute that you can't help.
Yes, they are.
Like,
oh my God, there was 3 dogs in the doggy shit pen.
Yeah.
Like we have like a dog pen area on the boat, and there was 3 dogs in there. There was like a Harry Wiener dog.
Yeah.
A Dachshund, and then there was like a teacup something, and it was this tiny little thing, and then over there was like an English Terrier with one eye.
Oh.
And I walked over, I was like, what happened to him? He was like, they were like, the cat scratched his eye out. And I was like, son of a bitch cat.
Cats are fucking evil.
Oh, yes, they are. You
That
know,
being
cat
said-
would have just been like, ha ha. Every time he sees him, he doesn't even feel bad. He's like, ha ha.
That being said, I love when my cats put my tiny dog in its place because they're like, hey, what's going on? What's going on? They're just like, fuck off.
I know, I heard that the one day.
Oh,
The cat
that
said,
happened
"Get the
during the
fuck
episode.
outta here. Yeah.
That I ended up cutting that out of the episode. You'll hear that in the outtakes.
Oh,
at the end
good.
of the year, I put it in there.
That's good.
But it was jarring to hear it through headphones and not just in general. I don't know. It just was a different feel. Oh my God. Did Bender from Breakfast Club transition? Is that what this
I know,
is?
right? She does look like the female version. It's like Blossom Bender.
Yeah. You know what I would love? And you could probably do this now. You'd have to like either young the people up with CG or just CG the whole thing. Do a thing about Bender and then find out that all the shit he said about his life was complete nonsense, like horse shit. You find out he had the most supportive parents. And it
Right.
was just like, and they weren't like even like something to rebel against. It's like they weren't too religious-y or they weren't like anything like that.
This is fucking wicked.
Yeah.
Buck is pissed.
Look at the car's still bobbing up and down too.
It always is. At all times.
Yeah. It was like the
Those are
original
special
lowrider.
brakes. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, when they fly up in the air, like in the rap videos.
Actually, speaking of rap, too.
Like when
they
you
said-
forgot about Dre.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Nowadays, everybody got
That is
like they got something to say.
serious-
That comes out when nothing comes out when they move their lips. Just a bunch of gibberish. Motherfuckers like they forgot about Dre. I can't keep. I didn't have enough breath when I started saying it.
That is quite the CB radio antenna he's got there. Holy fucking.
Well, no, the one in the back's the CB. That's just.
I know that's a regular antenna.
Yeah, the they said something about this movie. I haven't actually. I heard like a little bit of it in one scene, but they said this is one of the first movies where they moved from the teenager liking rock music to like rap music. So when you hear the teenagers listening to music, they're listening to rap, not rock. Oh yeah, you can't have. Why are these two kids like? Shouldn't he have gone to? He went to go get the teenager, but didn't go get the little kids.
They're already home.
Yeah, he forgot to take them to school. He spaced on that.
It must be Saturday or something.
They've been home coloring ever since. Oh yeah, because then that would make sense because Bender's at his Breakfast Club detention.
The what?
Was Bender's at his Breakfast Club detention.
Yes. Yeah, what was it today? He's going to the racetrack or something, didn't he? Or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm going to racetrack.
I used to like going to the racetrack. I worked there.
I went there when you were working there. I was gambling.
Yeah, it was. I enjoyed.
I'm glad I didn't have to see a horse get put down. Dear God.
It's sad.
Cried. Still would have been crying.
Yeah. Well, I remember my mom brought my sister. My sister was fairly young at the time, and I was like, "Get her out of here!" Like, so like, it was happening. Now, don't get me wrong. They don't like just flat out murder the horse in front of you. They put up this thing.
Yeah, they put a thing, but you can still hear it. Bam! Right?
Yeah.
You can hear the.
No, usually it's like.
Oh, it's like a metal
more
rod
often.
or
No,
something.
more often than no. It's just a needle.
Oh,
It's just it's.
poor fucking horse.
But
Forced to race and now
yeah.
dies because you can't race anymore.
Yeah. Well, it dies because it can't. Like it will stay.
It
will
won't
be
let
in
its
pain.
leg
Yeah.
fix. It won't let its leg heal.
Yeah. So it's still their fault, but that's if they were able to heal them, and it's like, yeah, you'd never race again. They wouldn't kill them. They would just sell them.
Oh, he's having a moment.
Somebody's getting raped, and I'm not doing the raping. See what I mean? I don't know. There's something about him that just brings it out of me.
Brings it out of me.
Like just every time I see him, I'm just picturing like
Look, is he a good actor, man?
he does. You believe him definitely, and that's why I think Planes, Trains, and Automobiles for me is his best performance ever.
Yeah, he did great. You feel so bad for him in the end when you find out that his wife is dead, and you're like, oh my God, he's like all
Spoiler
alone
alert.
and.
No.
No, you're a woman. Come on now.
Uh-oh. How far is he from them? Because it made it seem like he came from a long way. They're apparently both in Chicago, but it made it seem like he came from a really long way to like be doing this. But then it's, hey, can you just pop over here?
Oh, because he's gonna cheat at the horse races.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We
This
gotta
is where
find
Uncle
her.
Buck gets real.
Yes. This is where he stops being slovenly and starts getting real.
Gets his
Mad
shit
real.
together.
Go get her, Bucky.
Not to mention she lied. Tell her. Be like, I was here. She's pissed off at me. She lied to you. I was here. I've been here. I ain't messing around with no friggin' Jack A.
Jack. Oh, this movie would have been so much better if that was Jack A. That reminds me, I was listening to another podcast where they were talking about ladybugs. And oh my God.
film?
Yeah, with
Rodney
Rodney Dangerfield
Dangerfield.
and Jack A. And it was just
And
like,
what's his name from Sequest?
oh yeah,
Jonathan Brandis.
Oh yeah, it's 100% why he killed himself was this movie. He was doing
That was because
Sequest.
of his weird sexual tension he had with that dolphin.
So, I think what happened was he did that movie and then he goes to do Sequest and then he's having one of his scenes where he's having a conversation with the dolphin and then he realized, oh, there's no up. He's like, this is just it.
This
now.
is it. Uh-oh.
I had a thing. I was watching.
That looks like they blurred out the lady that was playing the mom.
Yeah.
And she's playing this lady here now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bad focus thing. You would think they would be focused on them for those shots, but whatever.
You want to go in there with a hat on, they'll kill you.
But anyways, I was watching one of those episodes of Forged in Fire, the competition show where they're like making knives and
Swords
stuff.
and shit, right?
Yeah, and the last round they always go to their home and make their swords and then come back after a week and then present them and stuff. The guy burnt down his fucking house.
Like he's home alone.
Yeah, that looks like the same house.
He bought, he burned his house down making a fire sword?
Yeah, well, no, what happened was they quenched their steel in oil after they've done like shaping it and stuff.
Right.
And it spilled and it caught fire. Oh, that legit scared the hell out of me.
Was that one in the middle Jack Black?
Yeah. I think they were all Jack Black.
He's sitting there and he's got a stool, he's got some magazines, a bag of chips, right?
Yeah. Oh, that scared the hell out of me. Kovalowski. Oh God, that would be the thing that would probably be the most annoying to me about being in Chicago is just like everybody has the longest, most Polish names. Gotta eat a brat. My name's Ricky Tobolaba Blowski. Like, oh good Lord.
Take it out.
Oh, he's gonna.
He's
take it
right.
out,
He's a smart kid.
Yeah. The only
You're
thing that would have been
lucky
better.
the steps aren't all icy, and there's
Yeah.
like a heater stuck
Yeah.
to the doorknob there, lady.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably what he was thinking. He probably did the entire story for Home Alone. He's like, you know what, this kid, he shouldn't have been sitting there like just waiting to be murdered through this mail slot. He should have.
Yeah. Oh, she doesn't want to be pressured into your sex.
Yeah. See, I'm going to show my daughter all of these movies. When you think you're escaping to go be with the one you love, you're definitely getting raped.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that happens because that's what every one of these movies does.
If the guy won't say, if you say no and the guy's come up here, then that ain't for me.
No.
I was the opposite. I had girls being like, "Are we going to have sex?" I'm like, "Oh, well, fuck, you should have said something 2 weeks ago."
I'm so scared.
yeah, like shit, girl.
See, we're playing Bust a Move. I still remember when the one girl, we were like in a grade 6. I think we probably talked about this, but it was like a grade 6 talent show thing. And there was a girl who's like a foreign exchange student did this song. And she was like dancing through the whole thing and lip syncing.
Like, who's this
the
old
song.
bastard?
Yeah. Fucking knock.
This area definitely has like a look. They all have like berets and weird hats on. And
The beret thing is like, it's like they're co-opting the Black Panthers, but like they're all white kids.
yeah. Oh, look at it. Almost dropped a cig, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
The grassroots. I'm just kidding.
That's good.
Yeah, she's like a dead fish here, bud. Like maybe.
Do you know?
She said stop it.
Do you know why like late 80s, early 90s girls were hard to rape? So many layers of clothes.
Well, it took them like it was like 3 people to get one girl into her pants, for God's sake. So how many people is it going to take to get her out of those pants?
And then some of them are like half on, half off. You don't even know where to begin. You're like, this side's already off. Gonna get to you. It's like, how many hats are you wearing? For the love of God.
You had to get a fork to pull the zipper up. Like, how are you going to take that thing down?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's way too many people at this party.
Yeah, that is a fire
Way
hazard.
too many people.
And I think one of them was Matt Dillon in the background.
Oh, look at her undies.
There's nothing more relaxing than being held down by your
Yeah,
wrists.
just relax. I'll hold you down.
The way they're staring, it's like they're all sitting there waiting for that girl to be raped. Like it's like a 7 minutes in heaven game that you play. We all... I like that guy. That's my new favorite guy at the party.
That guy's cool. Eh?
Because A, he's not a rapist that we know of, and B, everybody knows
hip
Bud.
guy.
Like
There
that,
is just, I wouldn't be at this party. There's too many people. There's nowhere to stand.
I would
Like,
let-
you can't even dance.
I would let my niece remain in danger just because of the anxiety I would feel from the crowd. I'd like yell up to the window, and that's if I can't.
That's all you get to, eh?
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, back in the day, that party still would make me uncomfortable, but I'd stand there for a while.
Yes.
Before I thought that then someone would fart, and I'd be like, "Did I fart?" And then my anxiety would go nuts, and I'd have to leave.
Yeah, I'm done.
It's the worst being on a dance floor. And I'm like, somebody farted, and they're all gonna think it's the big guy with the fucking beard going crazy on the dance floor.
This just made me think.
So killer.
This just made me think. Like, what if this was a 3D movie just for that shot?
Wasn't that like heroic music, eh? I'm going back to save the day. Murder rapist.
Oh, it's not even
anyway.
her, is it? Yeah.
Oh, it's not. That's right.
Oh. Well, I saved her anyways.
Yes, you did, Buck.
Joke's on you.
He's
I
like,
already
that ain't
raped
even your
her.
girl. You're too late, Buck. She's pregnant.
Yeah. Oh God. She looks kind of like
She's
the
a
girl
pretty
from.
girl.
She looks like the girl from what's it called? Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yes, she does actually. Not her, but I can see it.
Yeah, it's
She
definitely.
reminds me of like.
He's
Good
still,
girl.
He's still. Well, I was
That
waiting
was a
for him
nice
to go.
switch. I forgot that actually until you fucking ruined it right before she sat
I know
up.
he had that moment too where it looked like he was gonna leave him to it.
Oh yeah.
Where he was just kind of, oh, sorry, wrong room. I don't care if non-blood is getting friggin'
Well, he doesn't
sexually
know
assaulted.
that she was. She didn't. He didn't. Doesn't know that she said no.
Well, but
he
then
wasn't there.
But then he got the. But then he looked at her and she gave kind of a look,
Right,
and that's when
like
he
the,
advanced.
Thank you for saving me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Always got a nice present for her in the trunk.
His head.
They both eat the flesh of it. Thank you, Buck.
Just from the bottom. What holiday is anything? Like he's talking, it's supposed to be, they're talking winter time and then like they're celebrating a birthday, but it's also St. Patrick's Day coming up. And I don't know. I know birthdays can happen around St. Patrick's Day. That's not what I'm getting
girls,
at,
man. You wait until yours hits this fucking 15. Say, oh my God.
I'm hoping I'll be dead by then. That's my plan.
Jesus God. Dude, I hear stories now because I know 15, it sounds terrible, but I know like 16-year-old girls, they live on Peely Island.
Yes.
And when their mother's not around, they tell me stories and it will make your goddamn balls just fall right off.
Well, it's very
I can't believe what these girls are telling me. I'm like, holy fuck.
But because they live, see, this is a big difference, though. You said because they live on Peely Island, it makes me think because there's an isolation, and they're like, when you run out of shit to do, that's when things get crazy.
Now they're on land at school, though, and these girls are the opposite.
Yeah.
These girls are like the dudes that we went to high school with that would take advantage. These girls are brutal.
Yeah. See, I like, for the most part, like statistically now, like I'm less worried about certain things. Like they're like statistically less kids are actually having sex in high school now, honestly. And then I know it's still happening, but it's like statistically
less
because like people are actually catching on to all the fucking nightmares of.
Yeah, they're not dumb. Well, they're informed now.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be so dumb as to let some guy be like, yeah, don't worry, baby. Yeah. And then you're 16 and pregnant and you get your own MTV show and you're in jail.
Well, that scared me. So that scared me more than anything because when that came out, I mean, I wasn't a father by then, but like that comes out and I'm like, oh my God, is this going to make like teenagers get pregnant so they think they're going to get on a reality show?
On a TV show.
Like honestly, just telling any boy, just do it. And I'm not even going to you'll never have to like be responsible and whatever. Right.
He's a good dude. You're a good dude, Buck.
Yeah.
I'd have you for my uncle, for my dead ghost uncle.
It'd be amazing if he just like, he's like, it's too late to do anything about it. Like, I'm just mad at you like forever now. It looks like that's like a version of a GoPro or something like on his steering wheel, but I think it's a compass.
Where, on the dash?
Like, what? No, on his specifically on the top of his steering wheel.
Oh yeah, I noticed. I didn't know what it was, like a cigarette holder or something.
Well, because you know how they have those little they have those compasses that are like the ball that's like in the water, and so like it's always like floating around inside the ball kind of thing. I think it's one of those. It's not a good place to put it though, because you're constantly like waving it around while you're driving. Can't close the deal with Shanice, and it's all your goddamn fault. You human Chucky doll. See, even when she's smiling at him, it's sort of like she's gonna murder him, right? It kind of.
It's got good music in this scene too.
You know, the one failing of this movie is I feel like this turning point moment happened too late.
Right.
I think the good and this is
But
one
do
time
you think there should have been more movie after this?
Yes, like because there's only like, God, I don't know, like 10 minutes.
That's what
left
really
in this
the movie's about, though. It's more so about their relationship than anything else.
Yeah, but usually,
and now he's admitted that they've learned. Oh yeah, there's that thing on the steering wheel. Look at that.
Yeah, but usually there's that moment where where there's like the shift where it's like, oh, okay, now there's a moment where she can now come to his defense, and like I think that moment sort of happens in this one, but it's like
that's so good. He's like, you spit that right in my face. Sort of deserve that a little bit.
Exactly.
He would be so arrested for this.
Oh yeah. No, it's still a crime.
But this is back in the day, so he won't say anything.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't sound sorry.
That was an acting choice though. That scream. I'm sorry. And you know what she's capable of. That man is dead in 5 seconds.
Laughing evilly. I don't even know. Is that how you spell evilly? What's wrong?
Yeah, I don't even know that evilly is like it's one of those fake words.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
It was half-hearted.
I like the idea of being like taped together and stuff, like your hands taped together like that. I was like, that's like scary to me. Have you seen those fucking god awful videos of like little girls teaching other little girls how to escape being like tied up and shit by like kidnappers? There's like these videos. Well, I mean,
I guess it's something to learn, but
yeah. But like I've seen, there's this video of this like maybe 10, 12-year-old girl, and she's like, yeah, if you get kidnapped and they tie you up with zip ties, just take your shoelaces off, or like untie your shoelaces, tie them like together from shoe to shoe, and then just use it as like a saw to undo the thing. And she's like, and you're out in a jiffy. And I'm like, what a thing. Like, we live in a world where this is something that might come in handy.
I know, right? What the fuck?
And it really makes you think. You're like, why why aren't we just all smothering our children and not like making them go through this?
Oh my, let's just smother them.
Just like, we're like, I'm saving you the trouble, my dear.
I guess it's a little weird to have a little girl teaching another little girl how to get out of a
I guess the only
situation,
thing is,
but I mean, it would be honestly the same thing as putting them in karate or something or self-defense, right?
But I think too, it was to show you that a little girl could do it. Like if it was some big dude doing it, you're like, yeah, but he's a dude.
Oh,
that running, the way that was going, it kind of looked like in the Big Lebowski when he was running down the highway.
Yeah,
like it looked like he wasn't running at all, and just things were moving past him. I hit my wife with a golf ball once, not on purpose. No, but you know what? I'm gonna tell you right now, and I told her the same thing. She fucking had it coming. And
she fucking.
I'm gonna tell you why. This was one of the first times we ever went golfing together, and we went golfing, and instead of standing like off to the side or behind like you would when somebody's teeing off, she was standing like 30 feet forward over by a tree, but like in my field of view. I'm like, you don't want to stand there. What if I fuck up my shot?
Right.
I was like, you will get hit by a golf ball. And then she's like, it'll be fine. And so I hit the ball, and guess what? I'm not a good golfer. I fucked up my shot, and I hit her in the back. She saw it coming at her, and she turned around and hit her in the back, and she's like, ow, and she had a big bruise. And I'm like, I'm so sorry, but I fucking told you that this could happen.
Yeah.
And people have seen me golf, so nobody would accuse me of hitting her with a golf ball, because like if I was aiming at her and I had 1,000 shots, she would be the safest human being in the world.
What are the odds too?
Right?
Only then in that moment would she get hit with a golf ball, right? Like, oh, she's making me hungry and gassy.
Wouldn't it be great if you also found out that he was cheating on her the whole time with Laurie Metcalf? And it was just like, he was like, it just so happens that like I got caught in an innocent moment, and now I can just get away with it. Sort of. She's got beautiful eyes.
She is a beautiful girl.
Yeah. It's the fucking 80s haircuts ruin people.
I like it. I saw this girl, she was a stripper, and she had this 80s thing going on, like the hair like that, and this 80s one-piece thing, and I was like, holy shit, lady.
Yeah. It's meant to bring you back to a time. Oh, you did that to me once.
Yes, I did.
We've told that story before. I'm not going to rehash. Oh, I like that little, that editing, that little flash of red.
She's laughing. Check this out.
Damaging you is the only way I get aroused.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. What?
It was for shocks.
He would have been a good, like, if they were both alive, he would have been a good, like, Chris Farley's dad and something.
That would have been the greatest movie ever fucking made.
Oh,
why you do this to me? Oh my God.
I would never have been able to pull you. If people came up to you, like if people like were reviewing it and said it's the worst thing that was ever made, it actually started ISIS and like all this stuff, you'd still be like there with like, you'd have 10 tickets and to go see it with nobody.
You're damn right.
You would just be like,
I'd like to put my feet up.
Yep. Both ways.
Oh shit.
Oh. I thought they were just rushing to fuck. I was like, we're gonna go and stain up my brother's sheets before we head out.
Kids are fucking. Oh, they're here. What are they cleaned up?
I don't know why. It's just the suburbs of these areas all look so similar in America that it just looks like it's the house from Home Alone.
I think that the moment this movie's done, we just stop it. Like no credits.
Yeah,
we gotta go.
We do have to go.
Yes.
This is again one of our rare daytime recordings, and because we took so goddamn long talking. Well, actually, Todd took so long in the bathroom.
I woke up late. And
then we took so long, like actually with our mini episode when we said, yeah, we're just going to kind of race through it.
Yeah, it'll just be 5 minutes.
And then, so all that stuff happened. She looks like Kathy Najimy there. And then.
She wishes. She does
Yeah,
kind of look
but
like
I legitimately have to go see my.
She's like, oh God, you're knocked up. What are you going to tell me now?
Yeah,
You murdered somebody. You're knocked up and you murdered.
Wouldn't that be the best if the last frame of this was her raising the drill and walking forward and you're like, oh my God, we've learned nothing.
Yeah, that would be so great.
But yeah, anyways, I do have to run out and like go get my kids from school. The hope in her eyes is so goddamn awful because she's probably had that hope every single time she's ever seen. She's like, this is going to be the time she tells me she loves me. And then it just doesn't happen and just doesn't happen. And you can see she's already prepared for the disappointment.
Dad comes in. He's like, oh, Buck was so bad. My daughter loves us again. Thank you, Buck.
No, he looks and she goes, go fuck yourself. And he's like, well, we didn't get all the way there. I would cry my goddamn if I had that kind of like tough relationship with my daughter and then that happened, I would just start crying my eyes out nonstop forever. That's fantastic.
Oh, Uncle Buck, look at the size of that fucking house, man.
And that's what I'm saying. And I tell you, it was like they probably got that for like compared to today's prices, probably got it for a song back then. Like that's the thing. And I mean, Bernie Sanders has probably already caught you guys all up on this, but like back in the day, you know, you could own a house like that and be a one income household. Like you could have the dad was the only one who worked.
Right.
And you could just have that house and have 2 cars and all that shit. Like try that now. Hitting that thing. Oh my God, that is a thick ass Chicago accent getting thrown out right now.
Yeah.
Like it's like you've never felt it. I feel like we're almost setting this up for like a sitcom that was going to be about them.
Right.
Like, I do really enjoy that, but I feel like there needed to be a moment. Like he put her up to saving the relationship. It would have been nice if they were still in no spot. That exact shot was also used in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, by the way.
Was it?
Yes, it was. But they used the exact same still from both.
I have that on a poster or a shirt. That shot right there.
Yeah, I could see that. But but yeah, I would have liked to have like for the girl to have for Tia to have taken it upon herself to go and fix that or something.
Right.
Like that's the moment we were missing from this. And I know it's kind of formulaic, but it's formulaic for a reason. That one works.
Right.
Right. Okay, guys, we're going to do a really quick goodbye. Twitter at Miscast Podcast, at JK Finley, at Miscast Todd, miscastcommentary.com. Hit us up there. Call us. You know the number. It's on our website. It's everywhere. It's on their Twitter. Just call us. Leave a text. Probably the text is the best. We'll read it. If you want to hear your voice on our goddamn show, wait until the voicemail comes up and do it then, and we will play it again, unless you're like spouting off like some kind of like propaganda or some nonsense like that. Instagram at Miscast Commentary, at JK Finley, all that good stuff, man. Tune in next week. We're going to do another mini episode. We're going to do our coming attractions, let you know what we're doing the following week. Thank you so much for joining us. This was a lot of fun. I haven't seen this one in a long time, and I really enjoyed watching it.
I really remembered it well, though.
No, you do with these ones, though. These ones are so friggin' ingrained in you, and it's like, we may have seen it the same amount of times, and this one, like, just, it was, like, right there for you, not me. Brian Tarantino, that is the guy this episode's dedicated to. He's
Brian
the one who passed away.
Tarantino.
He passed away, like, 2 days ago as we record this.
Yep.
So, rest in peace, Brian Tarantino. Guy who's
and
not
John
in much.
Candy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, him too.
Bless his soul.
That guy. All right. We'll see you guys next week. We're shutting her down.
Later.
Bye-bye.
This has been Miscast Commentary with your hosts, Joe Finley and Todd Murray. Executive producer, Joe Finley. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen. Visit www.miscastcommentary.com for all news related to the podcast. Miscast Commentary is a Miscast Media production.